how to know where you are as far as God is concerned. That's the main thing, isn't it? We are here for that. To be one with God, to be union with His power, to be His instruments. And how our connections get loose and how we can correct it, we should try to understand that. First of all, we must realize that we are not to think about it. If you start thinking too much about it, then you have seen that you do something funny, which you should not have done. Do not plan out too much about it also. Because in this country, if people start planning out, they'll get all the planning done. For example, they have to go for a walk. Then they must have proper shoes, they must have proper sticks, they must have this, they must have that, and they must have gloves, and they must have everything, and they never go out. They are so exhausted with the planning itself. In the same way, it happens with Sahaj Yoga. Get in. Move forward. It very much happens the same way with Sahaj Yoga. I have seen that, though I have told you not to plan it out, not to think about it, still you go on doing it. And that is how you get into problems. That by thinking you cannot correct yourself. What you can do is to know that you can put bandhans or you can give yourself a balance with your hands. You have to move your hands and not your brain. Alright? Our brains are moving and hands and feet never move. And out of proportion our brains are moving. But our hands and feet do not move. This is the society which H.G. Wells had described. I can see it very clearly. That you have more brains than your deftness and your understanding. Your fingers are not so sensitive. And the brain leads you to artificiality. So you are not to use your thinking for correcting your chakras. Now should I write it down in golden words? That you cannot think about it and sort it out. This is one thing people do not understand. I think you better take him away because little restless, alright? Now we have got mantras for different chakras. Every chakra has got a mantra which you know. If you do not know, you should find out. Now, if one chakra is catching, then you work on that chakra only and develop your mantra on that. For example, supposing you have to say something for your heart. Then first of all, you must ask for forgiveness from God. That means your attention has not been so much as it should have been on the spirit. Or if you have done any mistakes, ask for forgiveness. You ask for forgiveness. Now, you ask for forgiveness from your heart. Even doing with hand can be artificial. You understand that. It could be just ritualistic, but from your heart. Whatever you have to say, you say it from your heart. Ask for forgiveness from your heart. Not think about it. You see, this is the trouble is. If I say something, then you start thinking about it. And then you said that now I have to take out my attention from the center. And then you start taking out your attention. You cannot. With your brain, you cannot take out your attention from anywhere to anywhere. It's only through your hands or movement of your hands or by saying mantras you bring in. Do you understand that point? Absolutely clear cut. Many people think that if they pay attention to something and pull their attention, you cannot. But what you can do is to, when you are saying the mantra, put your attention without thought to that particular chakra. So you master that chakra ultimately. The one which is a weakness can become your mastery. But if you think, then you are catching again the heart much more. You have known that by thinking you catch your right side in the sense that it starts overactive, gets overactivated, and left side gets frozen up, by which heart is catching. Your ego develops, which engulfs your heart. So the more you think about it, how to correct your ego, the worse you are. You fight it. So then we know that we have to give a balance, bring down your ego with your hand, with massaging. You can bring it down because in your hand it is flowing. Whether you are catching or not catching, it is flowing from your hand is there. The flow from your hand is there. You may not even receive from me, but there is flow already started. It's germinated. Little bit is always there. Use that to massage your head, bring down your ego. Then for heart also. Do not think about it, but give it. Or you put your hand towards it. Direct the vibrations, but don't think at that time. This is the important thing. If you are thinking and directing, it cannot be directed because your attention is engulfed in the thinking process. Do you understand that point? And here the problem is people think too much and talk too much. I mean, they talk about everything. They know everything. It's such a wasteful habit of thinking and then talking about it. Everybody is a monarch here because of ego. So now please tell your ego, you please keep shut. Now we know you too well. Try to push it back as much as you can. With force sometimes. Bring it back like that. Try to bring it to its normal position. And you'll be amazed once it goes to its normal position. You'll feel very much lighter. So this is to be done with your hand. You can use oil to rub, or on your body if you have to rub, you can use even powder or anything for having less friction. But it is through massage, through giving bandhans, by taking it out, or through limbu, or you can use even an orange or something like that. Try to take out these vibrations through these mediums and not through thinking. Through thinking you cannot do it. Once you think, you have no power over yourself. There's a barrier between the spirit and you. Because you are thinking through your ego.